And a very pleasant evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Gosman Court on a very rainy and dreary day on the outside here in Vineland, New Jersey. But here on the court, it is always sunshine, rainbows, and basketball. For today's matchup, we will be seeing the visiting Mainland Mustangs women's JV squad competing against your Vineland High School Fighting Clan JV squad. This squad led by two people who I'd like to kind of give a shout out to after seeing them play a lot more recently, and that's number 31 Leilani Delgado, who I've seen be a very solid defender for this Fighting Clan women's squad, and she's actually been able to put the ball on the ground, put her shoulder down, and get a bucket, as well as number 34 Juju Vincente, who you should be seeing scoring in bulk throughout this game. As we prepare for tip-off, we're going to see some of the starters here for Mainland. Looks to be number 20 Eritner, number 21 Paydez, number 25 Garachi, as well as number 24 Josie, and what looks to be number 13 Levi. Starting for the Fighting Clan, it looks to be number 10 Zamaya B, number 31, like we mentioned, Leilani Delgado, as well as 34 Juju Vincente. Along with them will be Amaya Day and number 3 Zanaya Gay as we prepare for tip-off. And here we go. Fighting Clan almost wins the tip there, but it's going to go to Mainland, who almost had numbers going to their rim, but Vineland settles in on defense. It's going to be driving for Mainland. Great pass down low, and they are going to score right off the bat, cutting through that Fighting Clan defense. And now the Fighting Clan looking to get one right back as they're down early, 2-0. It's going to be Gay bringing the ball up the court, swinging it down low to Delgado, who doesn't get a hand on it, but it's going to be picked away. That looks to be Eritner. But bringing up the ball will now be Levi. She's going to be guarded by what seems to be Zamaya B. She's going to drive, put one up, and it is good. 4-0 lead for Mainland here early. Vineland trying to settle in defensively, hopefully get some points on the other end of the floor as Gay brings the ball up the court. She's going to fake right and dribble to her left, look for someone. That's Juju Vincente for three, and it is no good. Rebounded by Mainland. Mainland playing pretty solid defense so far. Vine not settling into too many shots yet. That's going to be another great pass, and that is going to be a foul. That's going to be on Leilani Delgado, her first of the game. Shooting two here from the charity stripe is going to be number 20, Eritner, her first time at the line. So far, Vineland really not sure what they're going to try and do defensively, trying to stop the great passing that Mainland has displayed so far. So we're going to see one of two go up, but that will miss. Once again, Vineland looking to get some of their star players on the offensive end like Vincente and Delgado rolling early, as we saw Vincente take that last three. As Mainland sinks the second of two free throws, going 50% there, and Delgado will be the one bringing the ball up the court. It's going to be guarded by what looks to be Levi once again as Vincente drives, kick it down low to Zamaya B. She's going to regain it. Juju's going to look for an open lane here. She's going to swing it to what looked to be the free throw line. That's going to be a drive. It's going to be put up, but it's going to be a travel called. Vineland cannot buy a bucket so far here early as they try to get their first points of this game, but nonetheless, Mainland with the ball and with the lead. With 6:40 to go, 5-0 is your score. It's going to be handed off here. Josie's going to swing it to her left, swing it to Garachi, who's looking for an opening, guarded very closely, almost stolen away. It's going to be driven by Mainland. It's going to drive, put one up, and it is good. And a foul. Mainland looking to put it on here early and not giving Vineland much of a chance to stick in here. That was going to be put down by Paydez, her first points of the game, looking to convert on the possible three-point play. She does not convert. It's going to be rebounded by Vincente, who's looking to push the pace. She swings it up, and that's going to be Gay, who's going to almost be double-teamed, almost bounce it off her foot. She's tightrope walking, throws it back, and that is going to be a backcourt violation. Delgado wasn't sure if she was going to be able to take that one in. Tough mistake there for the Fighting Clan as they're once again down early, 7-0, 6-12 here. Vineland with two fouls. Mainland almost playing perfect basketball early on here in this first quarter. That's going to be swung over to Levi. It's going to be swung back up top to Paydez. She'll swing another great pass down low. Delgado right there, not giving her an inch of ground to work with as Mainland looks to reset. Great ball movement from this young squad. This will be driven left, tipped away. Delgado almost had that one, but brought out by Paydez to reset. She swung down low, right back to Paytas, and she will be fouled. Foul's going to be on Delgado, her second of this game, and Paytas right back here at the charity stripe. Mainland really finding ways to get to the charity stripe early on and forcing the tempo as they make a lot of great passes. Paytas sinks down her first of the 2 attempts. We're going to see some changes here for the Fighting Clan. For the first time on our broadcast, we'll be seeing number 12, Huncho Miles, checking in. Also checking in with her is going to be what looks to be number 22, Demaya Johnson. Paytas looks to sink the second of 2. She does not. Rebounded by Miles. Miles swings over to Vincente. And the Fighting Clan once again trying to get something rolling on the offensive end of the floor. Haven't really gotten much passing going outside of where they've been going from the perimeter. Looking to find some kind of opening in this Mainland defense that's proven to be strong so far. That ball's called in by Demaya Johnson and tipped away by Paytas, who's been active early on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Same 5 for both squads here. It looks to be Gay inbounding with Miles right in front of her, and that's what she gives it to. Vincente with the ball. Looks to be a man defense from the Mainland Mustangs as Vincente looks to go right, gets by a defender, puts one up, but it is no good. Throws it off the glass, but just gets it on the opposite side of the rim. Mainland looking to push the tempo once again. It's going to be swung to the other side of the court and almost reeled in by what looks to be Josie, who's going to swing to the top of the key for 3, and that trade just misses. Offensive rebound, no good. Rebounded by the Fighting Clan, and it looks like they have numbers tipped away. Zamaya B is going to drive, and she puts it in. Puts her shoulder down. Looked to be trying to get a charging call there with Levi, but nonetheless, Zamaya B puts one up, puts one down, and the Fighting Clan have their first points of this game with 4:45 left in this first period. So be swung down low. Back to the top of the key, almost stolen away by Gay. Back to Paytas, going to shoot the mid-range jumper, and it is no good, just off the front of the rim. And that is going to be a jump ball. Some substitutions here for Mainland. Look to be checking in is number 10, whose name we do have is going to be Jones, as well as number 23, Higby, and number 11, Mead, as Zanaya Gay, brings the ball up the court with Huncho Miles to her right. Miles looking to dribble to her right, swing it over to Zamaya B, who's being swarmed there on the wing. Vincente driving, swings it to the wing once again. It's going to go back to Vincente, who's really trying to get her scoring going here for the Fighting Clan. So far, she's been held by this Mainland defense, who's been strong up and down the floor, and it's almost stolen away from Miles. Has an open look. It's going to be driven down low by Zamaya B. Tightrope walking on the baseline. Swings it back up to Gay. Gay's going to drive to her left and lose it there. And that's going to be brought in by Higby. And she's going to swing it over to Jones. Who's going to drive. Pass down low. Great pass. And a finish for Paytas. Mainland has shown spectacular passing here early on, kind of keeping this Vineland team on their toes on each offensive possession, not giving anyone much time to kind of stand still. Constant movement seems to be working for Mainland as Vincente is going to get the pass there from Gay. She's going to drive to her left, try and find some opening. Loses the ball there, stolen away by Paytas. She is all by herself. Miles behind her, and she finishes. Once again, Mainland scoring, and they have a 10-point lead with 3:13 here to go in this first period. It's going to be swung over to Zamaya B, who is going to be fouled. Foul's going to be on Jones there. That is Mainland's first foul with 3:08 left in this first period. As we're looking to see Fighting Clan possibly make some substitutions soon. Looks to be Delgado preparing to check in. As Vincente gets the ball, drives right. And that is going to be a travel call. She tried to put up the floater there from the charity stripe, but it did not go down, and that will be Mainland ball. As we see number 31, Delgado, checking in for the Fighting Clan. Mainland so far looking to have Vineland's number here early. Not much kickback from this Fighting Clan squad, who we've seen be pretty sharp all year. That ball is going to be swung over to what looks to be number 10, Jones. And there's an open 3 for Mainland, and it is good. The first three-pointer of this game is down, and it is for the Mainland Mustangs, who continue to rout the Fighting Clan while they're up 15-2. Looks to be 2:35 left on the clock. Johnson's going to get the ball there, swing it over to Miles. Going to be to Zamaya B. Back to Johnson. Looking to find some opening. She's kind of trapped there in that corner. Zamaya B looking to get open on a drive. She swings it back up to Delgado, back to Gay, and Vineland looking to reset here. Mainland playing great one-on-one defense so far, not giving up an inch for the Fighting Clan, who are just struggling to get the ball anywhere past the three-point line. That's going to be driven and put up, and it is no good, but rebounded by Delgado. And that is going to be a jump ball going in the possession of the Mainland Mustangs. 2:02 left here to go in this first period. And Mainland once again holding a strong lead, 15-2. It's going to be swung over. Back down low. Once again, fast-paced passing. That will result in a foul on the floor. Foul once again on Delgado. That is her third here in this first period already. So we're going to see our first action for number 20, Miley Rivera. Delgado looks pretty frustrated there. She didn't feel like she did anything warrant that call, but nonetheless it was called. It's going to be swung down low for Mainland. They're going to be right back at the top of the key, driven, picked away. And it is going to be Vineland ball. Big defensive stop for this Vineland squad, who hasn't really had much opportunities to get a defensive stop because of the quick passing. As Gay's going to drive, has an open look, puts it up, and it's good. Fighting Clan scoring on the fast break there. And they're going to cut this lead 15-4 with 1:34 here to go. Mainland looking to score right back. Vineland playing a 3-2 zone. It's almost stolen away there by Zamaya B, who's giving some strong minutes for this Fighting Clan. Almost tipped away there. She got a hand on it, was Gay. Nonetheless brought in by Jones, who's going to dribble to her left and swing it back to the top of the key where Meade was waiting. Back to Jones. Looking to find the cutting woman, I should say, down low. That's going to be a three, and it is no good off the back of the rim. Rebounded. And it is going to be another jump ball, but that will go in the way of the Fighting Clan this go around with 1:03 to go. 15-4 is your score here at Irv Gosman Court. That's going to be swung down low to Johnson, who couldn't reel it in to put up a shot. Gay wanted that three-pointer there, but could not get it. Swung back there. Gay looking to try and move the offense around. Johnson once again can't reel that one in cleanly. Double teamed on the corner. And Gay right back up top, almost picked away there by Jones. That's going to be over to Miles once again, who almost loses it. Going to go to Rivera. And it is going to be another jump ball, and that will go in the way of the Mustangs. Another turnover for this JV squad, who, like we said earlier, cannot get a groove growing here early, as we have 25 seconds here to go in this first quarter. 15-4. Meade's going to bring the ball up the court, swing it to the corner where Paytas is waiting. Swung back over to Jones. Back to Meade, going to swing it down low. Once again, great ball movement, and it almost goes down for Mainland. A fight for the ball over there, but it's going to be brought out by a Mustang. Puts up the three, and it is good. Jones steals away a rebound and has a wide open look, and that will run out this first quarter of action here at Irv Gosman Court. 18-4 is your score in this women's matchup between the Fighting Clan and the Mustangs. My name is Marsuno, and hello, my producer Doug Diola, bringing you here some basketball here in the sunny, I should say, Irv Gosman Court. For those who are in Vineland, no, it's a pretty dreary day outside, not entirely perfect conditions, but once again here in the court it's always perfect, and it's always a good time for a game. But back to this, we're seeing this young JV Vineland squad struggling offensively for a second straight week. Last week we saw them kind of get some scoring rolling early with Juju Vincente early on, but as the game progressed, as changes were made, Vincente couldn't get much shots up, and that was forcing someone else to score. And Vineland so far not showing that they have that second scorer. As this Mainland squad really doesn't have a star player, it's just great ball movement. The Mustangs have swung it on all facets of the court so far. from down low to the wing to the corner, all in a matter of seconds. And Vineland cannot keep up with it, showing that they can't unless some adjustments are made. Regardless, we have 8 minutes to go here in this second period as both teams begin to come out of their huddles. 18-4, once again, is the score here. 5 on the floor for Vineland looks to be Gay. Vincente also looks to be Day, Johnson, and Zamaya B. Vincente with the ball. Swings over to Zamaya B, who shoots the three, and it is no good. It looked good from this angle, but it just hit the back part of the rim and bounced right to a Mainland defender that looked to be number 25, Garachi, who now has the ball in her hands, guarded by Gay. So to swing it over, almost thrown away by Jones, or Zamaya B stealing it from Jones. More passing from this Mainland squad. That's going to be put up by Meade, no good. And then rebounded by Vincente, looking to push the pace here. She's one-on-one between the rim, puts it up, and it is no good. No call there, and that will be Mainland ball once again. Meade bringing the ball up the court, guarded by Zamaya B. She's going to split defenders, put up with her left, and is fouled. Looks to be a shooting foul on the Fighting Clan once again. So we'll be on number 34, Juju Vincente. I believe that is her first as well. And here at the free throw line once again is the Mustangs, but this time around it will be Meade shooting two. She back irons that first one, looking to at least go 50% here at the line. Once again, that passing of Mainland creating openings, either making an open shot or turning into a foul and getting them free points here. As Meade puts up her second, and it is no good. She misses both of them. That's going to be rebounded by Vincente, who's going to try and push the tempo here for the Fighting Clan. Slows down there, swung over to, looks to be Amaya Day. She's going to pump fake, drive to her left, try to swing it to the corner there. And it's saved by Mainland. Great hustle play there from Jones as Meade has the ball now, swings it back over to Jones, over to Garachi, back to Jones. Meade was not ready for it at first, but then it's going to be stolen away by the Fighting Clan. Here comes Day with 2 on. She's going to swing to Zamaya B. Great pass and a finish. And one. Zamaya B putting the team on her back there on that possession. And that will result in a possible 3-point play. Great offense there from the Fighting Clan. Zamaya B finishing strong. And that's what's going to put her at the charity stripe. She puts it up, and it is no good. She cannot convert on the 3-point play, but nonetheless gets 2. And Mainland brings the ball up the court. It's going to be Jones driving. Garachi to her left, now behind her, hands it off. Back to Jones, Meade to her left, claps for a pass. Looks to swing it down low, tipped away by Zamaya B once again. She has a one-on-one with Garachi. Garachi tipped it away, and that is going to be Fighting Clan ball. Garachi didn't feel like she tipped it there, but that will be Fighting Clan ball. She stopped the fast break, forcing Vineland now to run a set. As there's a pile of women there on the baseline. Now swung down low. Great pass from Vincente and a finish. Great pass from Vincente today, who had a perfect look under the rim. And it was a great inbounds play for the Fighting Clan, who's looking to claw back here, down by only 10 with 6:10 here to go in the second period. Garachi with the ball, swings it back to Meade. Meade's going to look to step up, swing back to Garachi. Meade wasn't ready for it. Stolen away by Zamaya. Has an open look, puts it up with her right, and it is no good. She had the look, but could not finish there. Meade with the ball, stolen away once again by the Fighting Clan is Gay. She dribbled right, fake left, and she is going to be fouled there by Jones. 2 back-to-back defensive stops by the Fighting Clan, causing 2 turnovers. And looking to capitalize here as we see a check-in here for Mainland. It's going to be number 13, Levi. Gay looking to inbound here, gets it to Day. Swing it over to Johnson. Johnson looking down low to Day once again. Swings it down low, tried to get Vincente on the cut, but that is going to be out of bounds on the Fighting Clan. Another substitution here for Mainland. Be checking his number 23, Higby. Meade to inbound. And Levi there waiting for it. Vineland looking much better here in this second quarter, kind of setting the tone defensively and creating offensive possessions as Meade brings the ball up the court, swings it to her right, down low into a triple team. Vincente had it, Loses it up by no good. Eretner misses that one. Vincente brings the ball up the court. Swings it to Day. Day back to Vincente with an open mid-range jumper. Just high arcing, and that is not going to come down. Stolen away by Day. No call. Put up by what looks to be Zamaya B. As Mead brings the ball up the court looking to her right. And she does pass it to her right. That's going to be up for three. No good. Rebounded by Vincente. Almost loses it there. And it's a 1-on-2 here for Vincente. Puts up a floater, and it is no good. Rebounded by the Mustangs. Vincente can't get a bucket to drop so far. That's going to be swung to Mead, who's going to look to step into a three. Great passing from the Mustangs, but that is no good. Lost rebound there by Vincente. Mead puts it up for three. No good. Rebounded by Day. Loses it once again down low, and that will finish that long possession for the Mustangs. Multiple offensive rebounds, stealing it away from the Fighting Clan, and finally getting a finish for Eretner down low. As Day looked like she wanted the three there, but kind of hesitated. Gay with the ball now. Vincente's going to set the screen. Swing over to Zamaya B, driving to Johnson. Johnson's going to kick it back to Gay. Gay swing down low to Zamaya B. Almost fit that tight pass in there, but stolen away by Eretner. And Mead's going to bring the ball up the court. Vineland stopping any fast break that the Mustangs were looking for there. As once again, the ball's going to be moved around, but it's going to be lost and stolen away by Johnson. And now bringing the ball up the court is going to be Day. And she loses it. She tried to keep it in and haul it in, but it's not going to happen. Eretner gets the steal. Mead with the ball, swings it. Almost had an open look there for what looked to be Levi. Vincente with the ball, trying not to travel, but it's going to go to Gay. Mustangs had an open look there, but it was tipped away, and that's going to be a three for the Fighting Clan. No good, and rebounded by Mead, whose name we've heard very often so far. And a great pass down low and a strong finish by Higbee. What a pass from Mead. She split two defenders and got a wide open look for Higbee while the defense was still transitioning as Gay looked to dribble to her left. Zamaya B with the ball. Johnson with the ball now. Vincente looking to drive on Mead. Split two defenders, no call there. And she is frustrated here early on. But Mead once again has the ball, is going to drive. No one to stop her, but she misses it. Rebounded there by Higbee. Swung down low to Eretner, no good. Rebounded by Day. A couple good looks there for the Mustangs. But looked like gold turning to garbage on those offensive possessions. And the Fighting Clan has the ball once again. Vincente swings it over to Johnson, who's going to drive, lose it once again, haul it back in, and it's going to be stolen once again by Levi. She's going to drive, open look, and it is good. Vineland is getting routed here. 24-8 is the score with 2:20 to go. As Vineland's going to wait on a dead ball to make some substitutions. Looking to check in now, it's going to be Miles, Rivera, and number 32, her first action, Kylie Black checking in. As Vineland looks to get everything together here on the offensive possession. Gay bringing the ball up the court. She's guarded there by Higbee. She's going to swing it over to Miley Rivera, looking to get Black, but it's going to be swung over to Vincente, who had Mead on her. Black has the ball once again, looking to find some kind of opening. Miles almost had it stolen away there. And a pass down low is going to be picked off there. Mead with the ball, swings it there over to what looks to be number 23. Higbee swings it over again, no good. Rebounded by Black, swarm there off the foot of Miles, and another pass down low. Mead with the ball and throws it off of a Fighting Clan defender, and that will be Mustangs ball. Smart play there by Mead, who was on the floor with like three other bodies, and gets the Mustangs another possession. She looks down low, swings it to the corner. Vincente looked to jump on what was a pump fake, put up shot, no good. Rebounded once again by Levi, swings it over to Mead for three, no good. And almost saved by the Mustangs, whose hustle has proven to be pretty solid so far in his first quarter with a 24-8 lead with 1:29 to go. Miles inbounding here. It's going to be Gay bringing the ball up the court once again, swinging over to Rivera as Vincente to her right. That's what she's trying to feed. Mead there to try and cut it off. Vincente's going to drive, swing it to the corner. What looks to be Gay once again, and it is just short. And that is going to be Mainland ball. Mead with the ball. That's going to be Black on her back. And Mead's going to dribble to her left, try and swing it over. Have an open three, but it is going to be off the mark. Almost rebounded by Vincente, but Mustangs have the ball once again on a long rebound. It's going to be swung over to Levi, who's going to shoot the three, and it is no good. Rebounded and finished by Josie, her first points of this game, as Vineland is continuing to struggle on the defensive end of the floor, not getting any rebounds. That's going to be a three for Miles, who just hits it off the glass, but no good. And Mustangs with the ball once again. Mead having the ball. She goes to her left into a double team. Garachi has the ball now, swung over. It's going to be driven again, and that is going to be a foul. Foul's going to be on number 12, Huncho Miles. Driving there was Higbee once again, who's had a couple open looks and creating some foul opportunities. As Levi inbounds to Garachi, gets it right back, and another great pass, but that will be no good. Just missed by Josie. And Vincente has the ball once again, driving up on the left side, trying to steal it away as the Mustangs, but she's going to pass it off the leg of Mead, who now has the ball in her hand, tipped away by Gay, but Mead gets it back. And Mead's going to slow down the offense. Swings it over to Higbee, who's wide open for three, and it is good at the buzzer. And Mainland continues the route of the Fighting Clan. 29-8 is your score at halftime here at Irv Gosman Court. Vineland really trying to find ways to score offensively and just get some stops on the defensive end of the floor and create some turnovers. Nonetheless, nothing going for them. 29-8 is your score here at the intermission. My name is Marcelino, my producer Doug Diola, and we will be right back after this halftime intermission. And welcome back, basketball fans, here to Irv Gosman Court. Marcelino here with my producer, Doug Diola. And we are back to a game that may be out of reach, and it is only the start of the third, 29-8. Mustangs leading the Fighting Clan. It's going to be Mustangs starting with the ball here in the third. Garachi looking to inbound to Mead, who had a very strong first quarter. Had the ball in her hands for the most part, great passing. She showed great shooting and just all around great scoring for the Mustangs. That's going to be a three up and good. That's going to be number 13, Levi, scoring early here for the Mustangs. Fighting Clan with the ball, scoring on the opposite end of the floor. It's going to be over to Delgado, who has 3 fouls. Zamaya B puts one up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Day. Gay has it for 3. No good. Rebounded by the Mustangs. Levi had it there, but Mead is going to haul it in, whose name you will hear more and more as this game progresses. Clear leader of this squad. She's going to get the ball back, swing it over to Jones, who pump fakes, has Zamaya B there. Gay is going to trap. As you see, Vineland running a 3-2 zone. It's going to be tipped away, and it's going to be brought in by Day. Swung it over to Zamaya B. Almost lost it, but here she goes with a 2-on-2. Vincente to her left, puts it up, and it's good! Zamaya B sinking her first points of this second half. But the 22-point lead still looms here with 6:53 to go. Mead with the ball, dribbling to her left, has Zamaya B. It's tipped away. And that is going to be Mustang's ball. She almost got it off of Mead's leg, but nonetheless, it's going to go back to the Mustangs, and Mead will be inbounding. It's going to be Jones with the ball, guarded by Zamaya. Swung back over to Mead. More passing that we've seen from this Mustang squad. It's been solid all game. But for the first time, it looks like they were trying to play some one-on-one ball was Garachi. But that's going to result in it being Fighting Clan ball. It's going to be a turnover by the Mustangs. One of the few mistakes they've made in this game so far. As Zanaya Gay brings the ball up the court, she's going to be guarded by number 23, Higby. Garachi guarding Delgado. She puts one up. Yes, she sinks it. And that will be her first points of this second half. And slowly chipping away at this lead. It's going to be 6:10 to go here in this third. Garachi almost wasn't ready for that pass. It's going to be Higby back to Mead, guarded by Zamaya, tipped away by Gay, and it's going to be given to Zamaya B. She's on a 2-on-1, has Mead all over. Vincente's going to pick up the trash and almost finishes it. It's going to be tipped away by a Mustang, hauled in by Garachi. Swings it over to Mead. Vincente tried to get a steal there, but Mead's going to bring the ball up the court. Split 2 defenders, Euro step. Swing it to Higby, and that will be a foul. Foul is going to be on Amaya Day. It looks to be Higby who's going to be shooting 2 from the stripe. She got an open look there and put one over a tough defender, but got fouled and is going to look for 2 here as she misses her first. Mainland we saw get to the line very frequently in that first, as Vineland had 7 fouls at the end of the first half. Higby's going to put up her second, kiss it off the glass, and it will be good. 33-12 is the score. Delgado getting the ball here, who had to be limited early in the first because she had 3 fouls like we mentioned earlier. She's playing on borrowed time right now. Zamaya B is going to drive, put one up. Almost was a foul call there, but nothing there. Delgado swings over to Zamaya B. It's going to be tipped away, picked up by Day. But the foul is going to be on Mainland. It's going to be on Jones. And Fighting Clan will retain this possession. Inbounding is going to be Amaya Day, looking to her right where Zamaya B is. Delgado on her left, but she's going to give it to Zamaya, who's going to split 2 defenders, swing it over to Gay. She's going to drive to her right, hand off to Delgado. Delgado's going to put her shoulder down and try to drive. That's going to be a 3. No good. Rebounded by Mead, who was boxing out Vincente. And she's going to push the tempo here, try and split some defenders. Great pass to Jones, who puts it between Vincente's legs as Mead pump fakes, drives, looks for a floater, puts it up, and it is no good. $1 million moves, but seem to be a 5-cent finish for Mainland. Nonetheless, Vineland will have the ball here. Delgado bringing the ball up the court. Garachi there to meet her. As Gay gets the ball guarded by Higbee, she's going to drive to her right. Vincente at the top of the key with Mead. Delgado once again going to her right. Zamaya B with the ball in her hands, going to drive, met by Garachi. Vineland moving the ball around, put up, and it is short. Rebounded by Day, who's going to bring it back out to the three-point line, over to Delgado. Delgado looking for something early on, but nothing giving. As Gay has the ball, swings it over to Amaya Day, driving on Higbee, puts one up, and it is denied. Mainland with the ball once again. Jones going to her right, slowing it down for the offense. As she's going to pass to Garachi, which will begin a lot of passing for this Mainland squad. As that's going to be swung over and saved almost by Mainland. Looked like Jones was expecting Mead to be there in the corner and was almost saved by Levi, but it was not going to work for them. And Vineland has the ball once again. Delgado driving on Garachi, splits two defenders, loses it off her knee, and rolls it out of bounds. It's going to be Mainland ball once again, 33-12 with 4 minutes to go here in this third. Jones is going to try and get in between the zone here. Swing it over to Levi, who has Garachi there in the corner. He's going to swing it back down low to Higbee, stolen away by Day. And here comes Day on the offensive end of the floor. Vineland getting some well-needed stops here as Vincente's going to get the ball, put her shoulder down, drive, and be stopped in her tracks by Garachi. He's going to go over to Zamaya Day, who banks it off the top of the glass and puts it in. What a shot from Zamaya B there, and it's 33-14. Vineland trying to chip away at this lead as much as possible, needing defensive stops with 3:30 to go in this third. It's going to be down to Mead, stolen away. Day has it. Gay's going to have the ball with two defenders on her. Swing to Zamaya B, who has an open look, puts it up, and it is no good. Rolls off the front of the rim. Day tries to corral it in. It's going to go to Vincente, who has Mead on her. She's going to pump fake drive, split defenders. And then it's going to be a travel called on Vincente. She tried to get between Higbee and Mead, but did not. And now some substitutions for Mainland. Checking in is going to be number 24, Josie, as well as number 20, Eritner. Jones is going to be bringing the ball up the court. As Mainland's happy with the now checked out Mead, who gave them some solid minutes, who played great ball here against Vineland. Moved the ball quickly, as that's going to be a steal for the Fighting Clan, but thrown away there by Day. It's going to be swung down low to Higbee, back to Levi, to the top of the key where Jones is waiting, almost stolen by Gay. Vincente to try and stop it, but that will be a travel called. Jones tried to make a split decision there, but could not make her mind up in time, and that will result in the Fighting Clan having the ball once again. 33-14 is your score, 2:43 to go. As Zamaya Gay brings the ball up the court, swung it over to Zamaya B, who's going to drive, look for an opening. Jones there to meet her, swung up to Delgado, who almost loses it at half court. It's going to go over to Gay, who swings it down low. Great pass to Vincente, puts it up, no good. And it is rebounded by Mainland, almost stolen away by Day. Jones with the ball once again, who's going to be running the point now that Mead is out of the game, but looks to be checking in just shortly. Jones has Higbee to her right, Levi to her left. She goes to Levi, swings it to Eritner, who's going to drive, almost walk, swing it to Jones, who's going to look to take a three, but not. Over to Higbee, back to Levi, down to Eritner. Great ball movement once again, puts it up, and it is good. Mustangs moving the ball great here in the first, second, and now the third period as they continue to take a commanding lead as Zamaya B puts up a three, and it is short. It'll be Mustangs ball, 1:44 to go. And Mead will be checking back in. Higbee will be coming out. And Levi's going to inbound here to Jones. Mustangs looking to just hold this lead and run this clock out with 1:40 left in this third quarter. Mead with the ball looking to her left. Jones was thinking about a three, not taking it. Gets between three defenders, but it's going to go off of Vincente's leg. And it's going to go to Gay, who now has the ball. She's on the right side of the court. Swings up to Zamaya, who has an open look. Yes, it is good. Zamaya B puts it down once again. 35-16 is your score. 1:15 to go. Vineland just trying to get some stops. They need stops here late in this game as Mainland tries to continue to wear them down with the constant passing, as that's going to be high. That's going to be swung over to Zamaya B, who has another opportunity, but it's going to be stolen away by Jones. And And that will be a carry on Mainland. It is going to be Vineland ball on the mistake there. Samaya B had a tough look at the rim as she was corralled by Meade and Jones. But Delgado's going to inbound here to Gay, and Gay is going to get the offense rolling once again. She's going to go to her right, swing to Zamaya B, who showed some spurts of scoring here in this third quarter. It's going to go back to her, but it was going to be a travel call. The pass was right into her stomach. She couldn't get it down for a dribble because someone was right there waiting for her. 45 seconds to go here in this third. Meade with the ball. Mustangs with the lead. Swung over to Levi, back to Meade. Jones wide open on that wing, but couldn't corral it in to get the look. Down low to Eritner, back up to Levi. She's guarded by Day. Mainland once again getting some open looks down low, but Vincente gets a block there on Eritner and is going to push the tempo here. She's going to swing it down low to Day, who could not corral the possible open look. Hit her in the back of the leg. And once again, Mustangs with the ball and Meade with the ball. Jones to her left. It looks to be Eritner on her right. Now Jones on her right. It's going to be tipped away by Gay, but brought in. And a great behind-the-back move from Jones. Going to put it up, but it's going to be tipped away. And that will end this third quarter. 35-16 is the score. One foul for each squad here going forward. And now we will prepare for the last 8 minutes of this JV matchup here at Irv Gosman Court between the JV Women Vineland High School Fighting Clan squad and the visiting Mainland Mustangs. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us here on the Vineland Public Schools broadcast, where you can find all the possible games you would love to watch that you see in high school. If you want to go all the way back to even 2019, when I was the long snapper for the Fighting Clan football squad, you can find it in our library online. Vineland Public Schools broadcast is what you will be looking for. You can find all the upcoming games, all the past games, and many more. Football, baseball, basketball, you name it, we got it. And once again, we thank you for enjoying it with us as the Fighting Clan now prepares to come back from an almost insurmountable lead. 35-16 is the score. Fighting Clan made some changes there with the intermission. It's going to be Miles checking back in as well as number 32, Kylie Black and Rivera. Zamaya B still in this game. Johnson checking in as well. Zamaya B is going to get the ball. She's going to roll to her right, swing it to Rivera, who's trying to find some type of opening here. Nothing showing. Guarded very closely by Josie, who's not giving her any room to work with. It's going to be down low to Black, who loses the ball there. And she's kind of tightrope walking. Miley Rivera trying to bring that ball in, and that will be waiting for the signal. And it's going to be Fighting Clan ball there. Rivera and Kylie Black were kind of stuck there on that wing, couldn't get out of it, but Zamaya B now gets the pass in from Rivera. She's going to drive with Jones all over her, swung over to Johnson. And Johnson's going to have that stolen away by Levi. Jones is going to be to her left. Meade still on the floor, who's on her right, and that's who's going to get this pass corralled in. Levi with the ball hands it off to Meade. Looking to try and cut away of the teeth here of the Vineland defense as Jones is going to drive, get another good look down low, but it is no good. Rebounded by the Mustangs. Jones with the rebound, but it will be Fighting Clan ball nonetheless with 35-16 to go and 7:10 to go here in this fourth quarter of basketball action. It's going to be Meade inbounding, looking for some kind of opening. Miscommunication there, but it's going to be brought in by Kylie Black, who's going to split two defenders, Jones on her right, and it's going to be picked away by Jones, but still will be Fighting Clan ball. Kylie Black was trying to fight in between the double team of Levi and Meade. It's going to be Miles here on the inbound. Looks to her left where Rivera is waiting. She is guarded closely by Josie. It's going to go to Zamaya B, who scored on a couple occasions here in this second half, and that's who you want to feed going forward as Miles does swing it down low to Zamaya, guarded by Jones. Stood up by Jones, and it's going to be up for three for Miles, and it is no good, just off the front of the rim. Jones has the ball off of the Josie rebound. Jones going to drive, put it behind her back. Look for a screen there from Eritner. Is going to drive, push off of a defender. And a far pass and dangerous one to Mead, but stolen away by Kylie Black, who pulls it back away from Mead. Mead couldn't stop it the first time, but definitely gets it the second time as she's going to drive. Has an open look for herself, puts it up, and puts it in. Mainland scoring once again, cutting the field goal drought between both teams. As the score is now 37-16. With 6:07 to go. It's almost stolen away by the Mustangs. Zamaya B reels that ball back in over to Johnson, who is guarded by Levi closely. Zamaya B gets a good-looking pass, but it wasn't to a Vineland player. It's going to be Mead with the ball, driving to her left, shoot the mid-range jumper, and it is no good. Rebounded by the Fighting Clan, it looks to be. Josie was right in between two Fighting Clan defenders. We're now on the offensive end of the court. Rivera is going to swing it over to Miles. Miles to Zamaya B, guarded by Jones. Johnson with the ball in the corner with Levi on her. Almost walked there, but it's going to be stolen away by Levi. Levi has Mead in front of her. That's who he's going to swing it to. Trying to get a jump shot there from the elbow, but it's going to be passed over to Josie. Back to Mead, who's going to pull up for three. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Jones. He's going to step back for three, and that is also no good. Rebounded by Huncho Miles. Miles now bringing the ball up the court with Eritner waiting for her there. It's going to be over to Zamaya B, who's going to drive on Jones, met there by Levi. Double teamed in the corner, nowhere to go, but somehow gets a pass through to Kylie Black. Johnson for two, and it is no good. Rebounded by Levi. Mead once again with the ball in her hands, looking to get right in between some Vine defenders, but that's going to be a foul on Kylie Black. Mead looked to drive there and get right in between the teeth of that 3-2 defense, does so, and gets the foul call. We're going to see some substitutions here for the Mustangs. This will be Garachi checking back in, as well as Higbee for the Mustangs. For Vineland, it's going to be what looks to be number 25, Alyssa S., getting her first action of the game, as well as Delgado. Jones open for three in the corner, no good. Rebounded by Eritner, puts it up, and it is good. Offensive rebounds looming in this game for the Mustangs as they continue to pull this game away from Vineland second by second. 39-16 is the score. Alyssa S. with the ball in her hands. Now to Miles, looks to Kylie Black, who's going to shoot the three. Yes, it is good. Kylie Black sinks a three. And that will cut it to a 20-point lead with 4:10 to go. Jones with the ball in her hands, bringing it up the court. It's going to be swung over to Garachi. Looking for Eritner down low, gets it down there, and it's going to be thrown away. Josie could not corral that ball in. Fighting Clan with the ball once again. With 4 minutes to go here in this fourth, Delgado with the ball, guarded by Higbee, swung over to Rivera, who's guarded by Jones. And Jones just rips it away. And that will be a foul on the Fighting Clan. Rivera couldn't reel it in, and Jones stole it away. And Rivera, out of frustration, looked to foul Jones, and that is why the Mustangs have possession once again with 3:52 to go here in this fourth. 20-point lead for the Mustangs as they continue to show offensive genius between the players of Mead, Jones, Higbee, as well as Eritner, who now has the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball. Mustangs have looked sharp on the offensive end of the floor. Once again, their passing wore down this Fighting Clan squad early and looks to continue to do so as time winds down here in this fourth. As that ball is going to be stolen away by Kylie Black on the inbound from Garachi. Kylie brings it back in, swings over to Jack, who tried to jump up and get past that midline but could not get it. It's going to be Fighting Clan ball, or excuse me, Mustang ball here as Garachi looks to check in. It's going to be over to Jones, who's also played the guard position for the Mustangs. Now looks to be switched over to Higbee, who's going to be looking to run the offense. Jones with the ball, dribbling to her right, kicks it to Garachi in the corner. No good. Rebounded, but given right back to the Fighting Clan. Miley Rivera was there waiting for it. It's going to be swung over for the newly checked in Gabby Della Rosa, who has the ball over to Rivera. Delgado to her right. Delgado looks to drive. Met right there by Josie, puts it up, and it is no good. Ertner with the rebound. Jones with the ball. With 2:56 to go, 39-19, still the score, 20-point lead for the Mustangs. Higbee with the ball going to her left. It's going to go back to Jones. Screen set by Ertner. It's going to be a wide open look for Garachi in the corner. No good once again. And that pass looked to be blocked away by Delgado. Looked to be one of the same things they did on the last possession and gets Garachi wide open once again as Vineland makes some changes. It's going to be Zanaya Gay checking in once again, as well as number 13, Edgy, and number 45, Janayo Day. Vineland looking to clear out their end of the bench and get everybody some valuable minutes here late in this game. As they're down by 20, make that 22. As Ertner scores once again on the inbounds. 41-19 is your score. So we swung over to Della Rosa. He's going to put up a three off the glass, just missing Ertner with the rebound. And Jones right there waiting for it, almost like, hey, just give me the ball. I'm right behind you. Jones being guarded by Gay, and she's going to pass it down low, and another great pass and another great finish from Josie. Jones creating her own offense right in between the teeth of that Vineland defense. As Gay has the ball with Higbee on her, going to go to her right. Della Rosa gets the ball in the handoff, dribbling to her right. Possibly looking for someone to get open. She's going to hand it off right behind her. So it looks to be Alyssa S. And Janayo Day tried to bring that ball in, but it was tipped away by Garachi. Gay with the inbounds here, with Higbee guarding her late in the game. Day with the ball, has Della Rosa there, who looked to set a screen. Day almost loses it, picks up the ball there at half court, and hands it right off to Edgy, who almost loses that one as well. And that's going to be stolen away by Jones. She's trying to swing it over to Alyssa, but Jones got right in between the passing lanes and steals it away from the Fighting Clan. Higbee with the ball, being guarded by Day. Back to Jones, almost stolen away by Gay. This almost sounds like a nursery rhyme, how many times I've had to rhyme this entire game with last names, as Jones has the ball. With Zanaya Gay in front of her, Garachi driving to her left. Higbee with the ball going to her right. Just handoffs here on the perimeter for the Mustangs, as they're looking to just run this clock out. 50 seconds to go. Stolen away by the Fighting Clan. Gay has the ball and almost stepped out of bounds there, but is going to keep possession. She's going to drive and swing it over there. It's going to be lost once again by the Fighting Clan. Hauled in by Higbee. Swung over to Jones. And that should just about do it with 30 seconds to go here. 43-19 the score in the fourth period. Mainland with a strong showing on both ends of the floor and of all aspects of the game. Offensively, defensively, the great passing, the great play calling. Mainland just came in with a plan, executed, and it showed as time begins to wind down here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is your game here at Irv Gosman Court. Final score is going to be 43-19. Vineland JV squad really couldn't get anything going on the offensive end of the floor, and Mainland just wore them down. And that proved to work as Mainland takes a commanding win here in Vineland. 43-19 once again is your final score. My name is Marcelino with my producer Doug Diola. We thank you for joining us here for this JV matchup, and stay tuned later on for our varsity matchup between the Fighting Clan and the Mustangs. As always, let's go Fighting Clan.